hard-hit hitter, playing right field tonight. That one's high for ball number 1. One run in, and Waukee trying to keep this inning alive. Unable to check her swing on that one. That'll be a strike. One count. Warner on first, one in. Mohawks trying to get out of the inning. Swing and a miss as that pitch up near her head. Couldn't lay off the high heat. Strikeout here would end the inning for Evans and the Mohawks. That one too high, though, and Weiss doesn't offer at it. Infield in at the corners. This one fouled back, stays 2-2 with 2 gone in the inning. Waukee picked up 4 losses in all of last year, rattling off 40 wins. Looking to try and add a win to the column here tonight. Up early, 1-0 as the count runs full. 2 gone in the inning, 1 runner at first. And a swing and a miss, strikeout ends the inning as Evans able to limit the damage to just the 1 run. 1 hit, 1 runner left on as that ends the inning. We'll be back here with the top of the second shortly. We're back here at Waukee High School for the start of the second inning. We apologize for any technical difficulties you might be experiencing as we had our connection drop here a little bit ago. Waukee put up 1 run in the bottom of the first inning, picking up a hit after the hit batter ended up driving in Carnes. Noterman will try to get things started on Mason City's side as she leads off the inning against Bates. First pitch in the dirt for ball number 1. Bates had 2 strikeouts last inning as they sandwiched a ground out to second base to end the first. Bates has Noterman, Duncan, and Evans coming to the plate in this inning. Noterman trying to get her timing down, fouls this one straight back. Missed it by just a hair, otherwise that probably would have been a rocket into the outfield. Pitch call coming in from the Waukee dugout. Bates goes into her motion, delivers to home. That one's a great pitch right on the corner, but just a bit outside. That one too high for another ball. Bates running the risk of letting Noterman get on base to start out the second inning. Bates delivers the home plate. That one right down the middle for strike number 2. Noterman looked to be taking the entire way on that pitch. Full count here. Noterman showing bunt, but she'll pull it back, and that one's too tall. And that'll be the first base runner of the game for Mason City. Noterman gets on with the walk. Lena Duncan coming to the plate now. And she'll try to keep this early start to the inning going. Runner in at, or excuse me, third baseman in on the corner, and same over at first. Duncan takes the first pitch, a little bit low for ball number 1. Noterman not much of a stealing threat as she only had 1 stolen base last year. Duncan comes up empty on that swing. 1-1 now the count. Fielders in at the corners trying to guard against the potential bunt. And there is the bunt. It's going to go right over to first. It can't be handled, but the catcher, Billet, able to throw out the runner. So the sac bunt goes correctly for Mason City, and now they've got a runner in on second with Evans coming up. Evans, the opposing pitcher, trying to get the better of her counterpart here. First pitch to Evans at the knees for strike number 1. One out in the inning on the sac bunt. Noterman out at first after drawing a walk. Took a little bit off that pitch and had Evans far out in front of it, strike number 2. Bates trying to retire Evans for the second out of the inning. Looks and delivers to home plate. A little bit too tall for ball number 1. Good take by Evans. A good rip in the outfield might be enough to score Noterman from second and tie this one up. That one also too tall for ball number 2, evening up the count. 1 out in the inning, runner on second. Bates looking for her 3rd strikeout. Checks the runner and delivers to home. That one a little bit outside. Good eyes here from Addison Evans, running the count full. Her first at bat as a member of the Mason City Mohawks varsity team. Bates trying to make sure she doesn't give up another base runner. Swing and a miss from Addison Evans. 3rd strikeout of the game for Ellie Bates. That'll bring up number 7, Emma Rickers, who will look to knock in that run. Rickers a sophomore on this year's team. Bates trying to keep this shutout going as swing and a miss on the first pitch for strike number 1. Two gone in the inning. Evans over at second. 0-1 count. That's a bunt attempt that does not go well, and it flies right past the bat for strike number 2. Bates can end this inning with another strikeout. Take a second to tie her shoe. 0-2 the count, 2 gone in the inning, runner at second. Rickers was showing bunt on the last pitch, but with 2 strikes will likely be pulling it back. That one too low for ball number 1. Bates with 3 strikeouts in the game so far, looking for number 4. This one's going to be hit right back to her, though. Easy throw over to first base, and that'll end the inning. No hits, no errors, and 1 runner left at second after the walk issued early in the inning. We'll be right back here with the bottom of the second on Central Iowa Sports Network. Welcome back here on Central Iowa Sports Network. Leading off for the bottom of the second for Waukee, number 13, Ava Smith. Evans gave up a run in the bottom of the first, but was able to limit the damage, stranding a runner at first. First pitch from Evans, high and outside for ball number 1. That pitch fouled over to the Waukee dugout off the interior of the bat. Even at the count, 1-1. That pitch, good at the knees for strike number 2. Evans ended the first inning with a strikeout, looking to start the second with another. And that's another strikeout. Michaela Hannum coming up now for Waukee after back-to-back strikeouts to end the first, start the second for Addison Evans. First pitch is going to be hit down the third base line, giving charge and up firing. And that's actually going to be a safe call as Norcross couldn't get the throw in time. So that'll be an infield single for Hannum. Ashley Smith coming to the plate now. The junior with a runner on. Big swing on the first pitch, but comes up empty. Hannum over at first, looking to try and get around the bases. That first pitch, second pitch is a ball. Evans sets and comes to deliver. That one high, and it almost sent Duncan after it as she had to come to a stand to be able to field that one. So the wild pitch makes it a 2-1 count now. And that one's going to hit Smith and send her down to first. So they'll send Hannum to second, Smith to first, and it'll bring up the center fielder, number 4, Ella Parker. Second hit batter of the game for Evans. The last one came around to score, trying to prevent that from happening once again. Parker at the plate. First pitch, very high. Eighth grader looking a little rattled here early on in the game. 2 runners on, only 1 gone. And that'll be a timeout coming from the Mason City dugout, and we will be right back. Evans will stay at the mound for at least for now. A 1-0 count facing Ella Parker. 2 runners on, just 1 gone in the inning. Potential for a big inning here for Waukee. This one's going to be ripped into the outfield. It'll get down, and they're going to send the runner home. Runner thrown over to third. Both runners are safe, as that'll see Hannum come in to score and an RBI for Ella Parker. It'll also send Ashley Smith over to third. And it'll bring the top of the order up as well. Heidi Wheeler, a very dangerous hitter, looking to keep this thing going. Runners at the corners, 1 run in the inning so far, 2-0. The lead, only 1 out in the inning. Wheeler, left-handed hitter, and a high pitch, and the throw down to second, not in time. That goes a steal for Parker. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Addison Evans facing some big pressure right here against one of the top hitters in last year's CIML. That's going to be a wild pitch, and that's going to be a stand-up score for Ashley Smith. And they'll also bring in number 4, Ella Parker. So 2-run score on the wild pitch. .40 now the score, as 3 runs have already come in to score in this inning. 2-0 the count, and Heidi Wheeler still at the plate. That's going to be a ball high, so 3-0 should be expected to probably hold on this next one. They did not rule it a swing, so it will remain a 3-0 count. Evans trying to bounce back. That one's going to be low for a 4-pitch walk. Waukee still in business with Wheeler moving over to first now. Bartholomew coming back to the plate. She grounded out to shortstop her first time up. Wheeler had taken off for second, but it's going to be a foul ball, so she'll have to go back to first. Foul ball makes it a strike on the first pitch. Bartholomew looking for a better finish than she had to her last at bat. Rips this one down the left field line, but it's also going to go foul. That would have had a chance to clear the fence had it been fair. So now an 0-2 count. Bartholomew has been right on both of Evans' pitches, just been a little ahead of him. Made solid contact both times, however. 4-0 the score. That's going to be a strike, and that'll be a strikeout for Bartholomew, but they do get Wheeler down to second on the steal. Second strikeout of the game. Third of the game for Evans. Wellett coming back to the plate. She was hit by a pitch. Had a courtesy runner come in for, and that courtesy runner came in to score first time up. Throw down to third, not in time, and Wheeler's going to be in at third with another stolen base. Runner on third, 2 gone in the inning for Wellett. Well, trying to keep this inning going. It's been a big inning so far as Waukee leads 4-0 after plating 3 runs in this inning. That's a good pitch for a strike to even the count 1-1. That pitch is in the dirt. It's going to bounce behind the catcher. And another ball that gets past Duncan leads to another run. As Wheeler comes in to score now, making it now 5-0. 3 of the runs that have come in to score have been off wild pitches in this inning. Well, at 2 home runs last year, a little bit of a power threat. Going to dribble this one foul on the third base line. Remains a 2-2 count. Waukee looking to keep this big inning going. Well, at the plate, Boyd on deck. Boyd had an RBI her last time up. This one's going to be hit over to short. And a good throw by the shortstop, Sammy Miller, able to get the final out of the inning, but not before 4 runs come in for Waukee as they take a commanding 5-0 lead here after the bottom of the second. We'll be right back with the top of the third before you can even count the number of outs that have been counted so far. Welcome back to Waukee High School, as we do have a substitution, number 14 coming out to play first base. That's Claire Fossil for Waukee. So she replaces number 21, Michaela Hannum, on the field. Leading off the inning will be number 8, Joey Duncan. Big cut at the first pitch, takes it for a strike. Duncan, a junior this year, playing right field tonight for her team. Only had 3 at-bats in all of one at-bat in all of last season, played in 3 games. Takes a pitch for a ball, even up the count 1-1. Duncan trying to get this inning started off right for Mason City as she takes second pitch for a ball. 2-1 count. 3-1 now as that one's outside. Duncan with a hitter's count could take this pitch potentially. Swing and a miss though, and it makes it a full count, 3-2. Wind blown in from left field, from left to right. Big swing and a miss. 3 swings, 3 misses in that at-bat for Joey Duncan. Another strikeout for Bates. That's her 4th of the game. Gwen Pfizer coming to the plate. Wearing number 3, playing second base. Pfizer, another 8th grader playing up for Mason City. She cuts and misses on the first pitch. The third baseman, Norcross, in the on-deck circle. This one hit over to first base. It's fielded by the replacement, Fossil, and she'll pick up the second out on a 3 unassisted. Now the second time through the order for Mason City as Norcross comes back to plate. Struck out looking her first time up. Looking to keep the inning going. That's a strike right down the middle for Bates. No hits in the game so far for Mason City, as Bates trying to keep that one going. This one fouled out of play for strike number 2, just behind the Mason City dugout. Quick 0-2 count against the 8th grader. Norcross has to jump back from this one inside for ball number 1. Norcross trying to battle with 2 strikes. This one well out in front. She's able to get a bat on it right over to third. It is fielded and thrown out by Ashley Smith. So 3 up, 3 down this inning. Ends on a 5-3 ground out. Bates continuing to roll through the top 3 innings. We'll be right back here on Central Iowa Sports Network. with a throw down to second. We're getting set to start the bottom of the third. Waukee leading 5-0. Designated player Haley Boyd is going to lead off this inning. The cleanup hitter, it's Boyd, Weiss, and Smith. This inning so far for Waukee. If any are to reach, that'll bring up, we'll wait to see if it's going to be Hannum or Fossil. Fossil came into play for Hannum at the top of the third at first. Boyd swings on the first one, ground right back to Evans. One pitch, one out. Can't ask for anything better if you're Evans after a disastrous second inning where she allowed 4 runs. Macy Weiss coming to the plate now. She struck out swinging her first time up to end the first inning. First pitch is high for ball number 1. Smith in the on-deck circle. Takes a strike at the knees on the second pitch. 1-1 now the count. Evans gets the call, comes back to the mound. Steps and delivers. This one ripped into left field. That's going to be off the fence. And we're going to see Weiss try and dig for second. Throw past the second baseman, and she's going to end up at third. Single with an error on that one. She would have been out at second if that had been fielded correctly. So Weiss now at third. Opportunity for a sac fly in play. Waukee led the state last year with sac flies. And the sac bunt coming up. Unable to get the run in at first. They're going to rule that Smith's safe at first. On a delayed the throw, and they're going to end up getting the run in. And Hannum will come to bat. So it'll go as a fielder's choice for Smith, able to bring the run in. 6-0 now the score. Kayla Hannum will re-enter the game. Had a hit and scored a run her first time up in the bottom of the second. Making some potential big inning once again. 1 run already in and a runner at first with only 1 gone in the inning. 1-0 the count as Hannum took a ball on the first pitch. That ball's in the dirt, and that'll send Smith over to second. Ava Smith at second, Ashley Smith in the on-deck circle. Hannum with a 2-0 count. That's a high pitch and good play by Duncan behind the plate to keep it in front of her. 3-0 count now in favor of the hitter, Hannum. Taking all the way was Hannum, and that'll be a strike. Now 3-1. Still a hitter's count. Evans trying to keep this inning in check. This one off the third baseman's glove. They're going to send Smith home. And it's not going to be in time as Smith is going to come home, and we're going to see Hannum get all the way over to second. And I'll bring up the other Smith, Ashley. She came around and scored after getting hit by a pitch her first time up. 2 runs in now in the inning. This one hit over to short, fielded, and thrown out. Good play by number 6, Miller. Does move the runner over to third as Parker will now come to the plate. Evans trying to get out of the third. Parker flies this one up, trying to drop it down, and she does. Second hit of the game for Ella Parker, and she'll get the RBI as Hannum comes in to score. 8-0 now the score in favor of the home team Warriors. Wheeler will come up for her third at bat already here in the bottom of the third inning. This one's fouled out of play for strike number 1. Oh, 1 the count, 2 gone in the inning, 3 runs have already made their way home. That's going to be a strike at the numbers for strike number 2. If Evans can get the strikeout, she'll get out of the inning as her team trails 8-0 so far in the game. Swing and a miss for Parker. 0 for 2 now on the day with a strikeout and a ground out, and that'll do it for the third inning. Couple hits and 3 runs scored for the Warriors, and a couple of errors kept that inning alive for Mason City as they will go into the top of the 4th trying to make a comeback in this one. They trail 8-0. You're listening to Waukee versus Mason City softball, first game of the 2020 season on Central Iowa Sports Network. We're back here at Waukee High School. Waukee leading 8-0, trying to get the run rule. If Bates can get another 1-2-3 inning, has yet to allow a hit in this contest. 4 strikeouts for her in 3 innings pitched. We Theobald, Miller, and Noterman coming to the plate for Mason City. First pitch bounces in front of home plate. Ball number 1. Bates 2 strikeouts in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Has had a dominant game so far. Has only allowed 1 base runner on a walk early on. Swing and a miss on the second pitch, even up the count 1-1. The ball trying to get back ahead in the count, and she does that one very high and inside for ball number 2. Strike at the knees to even the count 2-2, and now Bates can go after the strikeout once again. The ball trying to stay alive, grounded out to second her first time up. Swing and a miss, another strikeout for Bates as her 5th of the game. Sammy Miller coming to the plate. It'll be Miller and Noterman trying to keep this game alive for Mason City. First pitch, low and inside for ball number 1. Miller taken all the way. Miller was the victim of a strikeout swinging her first time up. Fouls this one out of play. 1-1 count now as Bates gets a fresh ball in from the dugout. Bates gets the sign and delivers to home. Big swing and a miss as that one was in the dirt. Took a lot off that one. Miller unable to keep her swing back. 1-2 count. Miller trying to keep her at bat alive and avoid being a strikeout victim for the second time tonight. That one's high for ball number 2. Good take. Mason City making the trip down I-35 for this matchup doubleheader to open the season with Waukee. This one's going to hit right over to Hannum, and she's able to field it. Actually, the first line out or fly out of the game for Mason City. Brianna Noterman coming to the plate, trying to keep the game alive. First pitch to the first baseman is a strike. "12 batters faced so far for Bates. She's retired 11 of them. Noterman takes that pitch below the knees for ball number 1. Noterman trying to get her timing down, fouls this one. Another fresh ball coming in from the Waukee dugout as Bates trying to end this game with a strikeout. Noterman reached on a walk her first time up and was stranded at second. This one fouled straight back once again. This one stays in place, so Bell will go and get it. Bates ahead with a 1-2 count, 2 gone in the inning. 8-0 our score. That's going to be a ball a little high. 2-2, 2 gone. Noterman showing bunt. She'll bring it back, though, and that's going to be a high pitch. Gets past well at catcher. Noterman looking for a pitch she can hit. 3-2 count. Game on the line right here. Bates delivers to home plate, and that's a strikeout. Noterman took the pitch, and the 6th strikeout of the game. So that'll do it in the first contest. Waukee leading 8-0 in this one. Has been a great game for the Warriors so far. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on Central Iowa Sports Network. Reagan Bartholomew will lead things off for the Warriors halfway through this one. They lead 8-0. Looking to try to put a stamp on this game with another big inning. 1 run in the first, 4 in the second, 3 in the third for them in this contest. Bartholomew 0 for 2 on the day. Ground out and strikeout in her first 2 at-bats. Swinging on the first pitch. Just going to hit this one over to third. And a good field by Noterman over at first, able to keep her foot on the bag. One pitch, one out once again for Waukee. Well, we'll come back to the plate. She's 0 for 1 on the day, was hit by a pitch, and her courtesy runner came in to score her first time up and grounded out to shortstop her last time at the plate. That's going to be a ball in the dirt for ball number 1. Evans comes back to the mound, looking to even this count up. Unable to do so as that one is inside for ball number 2. Duncan has had some problems behind the plate tonight, but Evans at times hasn't helped her out much with throwing a lot of pitches in the dirt so far in this game. Good take from Weld as she now leads the count 3-0, looking to get on base for the second time tonight. Well, it takes the 4th pitch, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Haley Boyd, the designated player, hitting in the 4th spot as a courtesy runner comes in. That's number 5, Kiana Carnes. We saw her come in and come around to score for Weller earlier in the game. And she'll be looking to do more of the same as Boyd comes to the plate. Had a hit and an RBI her first time up and then grounded out to the pitcher last time she came to the dish. Unable. We'll see what they rule that, if it was a swing or if she was able to hold it back. They will rule it a ball as she was able to hold back the swing just barely. Boyd up 1-0, runner at first. Carnes going to throw down to second, throws not in time, and she is safe with the steal, her 3rd steal of the evening. One the count as Boyd took a strike with the runner on the go. Grounds this one over to short. And the delayed throw as the shortstop Miller had to think twice about throwing a second if the runner was going to go or not. Was just the second that the Warriors needed. Weiss coming to the plate as it looks like we may have another courtesy runner coming in. It'll be Bryn Herron coming in to run, a freshman. So 2 courtesy runners on, 1st and 2nd. Now Weiss coming to the plate. Had a single and a run scored last time up. That one's in the dirt. Both runners will advance. Carnes came around, taking a peek at home, but they'll hold her at 3rd for now. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the right fielder, number 8, Macy Weiss. Here's a stoppage in the play. His left fielder going down to tie a shoe. Kids nowadays just refuse to double knot it. Weiss looking to get a couple runs in, ground out to 3rd, and a good scoop by Noterman at 1st. But 1 run does come in to score. Second run scored by Carnes in this contest. Nine 0 now the score. Ava Smith at the plate. She's going to also ground this one over to 3rd. And it eats up the 3rd baseman as Norcross can't come up with it. And that'll bring in the 10th run in, and that will do it for the first game. Nope, it'll be a pause. Excuse me. Hannum at the plate, takes a ball as it's in the dirt, and that will allow Ava Smith to advance to second. Warriors have played at least one run in every inning, one in the first, 4 in the second, 3 in the third, and so far 2 in the fourth. This one's going to go down the third baseline and go foul. Strike number 1. Good contact, just couldn't keep it fair for Hannum. Hannum trying to keep the inning alive. Rips this one, also foul. Had good contact on it. Evans trying to get out of the inning. Defense has not helped her out a lot at times tonight. Several errors, including one in this inning that kept it alive by the third baseman, number 4, Norcross. This one's going to go off the glove of Evans, and they're going to send the runner home. That makes it an 11-0 game as that one squeaked out of the infield. It was not an error on Evans' part, just tough play to make. Good contact and a hit up the middle by Hannum, her third hit of the contest. So 3 hits, 2 RBIs so far for Hannum. And Ashley Smith will come to the plate. Big swing and a miss on the first pitch, strike number 1. Smith was hit by a pitch earlier in the contest and came around to score. Takes strike number 2 on the outside corner. Good pitch from Evans. $11-0 our score. And a good contact, but great play by Norcross. Able to squeeze that one and end the inning finally. 3 more runs come in to score for Waukee as they lead 11-0. And we'll go into the top of the 5th. You're listening to Waukee versus Mason City Softball on Central Iowa Sports Network. Potential last digs for Mason City. They trail 11-0 here in the top of the 5. As it is Lena Duncan coming to the plate to start the inning off. It'll be Duncan, Evans, and Rickers. They went down 1-2-3 in the top of the 2nd earlier in the contest. New pitcher into the contest as well for Waukee. It is number 16, Sierra Franklin, a sophomore. First appearance for her, obviously, on the season. Did not make one last year. First pitch is fouled out of play. Only one hitter has reached base for Mason City in this contest. Duncan was out on a sac bunt first time up. Second pitch in the dirt for ball number 1. Duncan taking on the third pitch as it's high for a ball. This one is ripped up the middle. First hit of the ball game for Mason City, showing some life here in the top of the fifth. That'll also undo the Waukee no-hitter that had been in place. Also, final stats for number 20, Allie Bates, in the contest. 6 strikeouts for her across 4 innings pitched, and only 1 runner allowed on a walk. First runner reaches here for Mason City, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Addison Evans. Evans struck out swinging her last time up. This ball's in the dirt, and that'll send the runner over to second. And she'll be safe as Duncan able to slide just ahead of the tag. Now runner in scoring position for Evans. Looking to help out her own cause. 11-0 our score. Evans trying to change it. No outs in the inning. Second pitch also a ball. Evans looking for a pitch she can hit. She gets one. It's going to sneak into the outfield. They're going to hold the runner at third for now. So runners on the corners. And that'll bring up number 7, Rickers. They'll bring a courtesy runner in. It'll be number 16, Rosa Monarch. So 2 at-bats, 2 hits for Mason City in this inning. Evans comes back to the dugout, and Rickers at the plate. Rickers, Duncan, and Pfizer up next for the Mohawks. One 1-3 ground out last time for Rickers. She swings at the first pitch, fouls it straight back. Runner goes, no throw down to second, as Franklin looking at possibly allowing a couple runs this inning if Mason City gets their way. 1-1 count as that ball got past the catcher Wellett. Rickers fouls this one straight back as well. She's been right on both pitches timing-wise. Franklin looking for the strikeout. That pitch too tall, and evens the count 2-2. Runners at third and second, no one gone in the inning. 11-0 our score in favor of Waukee. That one's too low, runs the count full. The walk here would load the bases for number 8, Lena Duncan. This one's grounded over to third, throw out at first. 1 run will come in to score, getting the Mohawks on the board. As Rickers does the job and also advances a runner as well. Duncan will come to the plate, Pfizer on deck. 11-1 our score. As we are watching the Mohawks try and battle back into this one. Ball gets past the catcher, but not enough to get the runner home from third. So they'll hold Monarch. Duncan took ball number 1 on the first pitch. This one's going to bounce past Welton enough to get that run home, though. Monarch scores, and it's an 11-2 game now, and the game will continue. So Franklin allows 2 runs here so far in the top of the 5th. And Duncan trying to keep this thing going with only 1 out in the inning. 2-0 count. Make it 3-0 as that one skips in. Mason City was unable to get anything against Bates for the first 4 innings, but they've been getting the better of Franklin as that's a 4-pitch walk for Duncan. And there'll be a meeting of the minds out at the circle. Potential pitching change. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on CISN. Pitching change for Waukee as number 1, Maddie Utzman, comes in to replace number 16, Sierra Franklin. Franklin allowed 2 runs and only was able to pick up 1 out as Utzman inherits the runner at first. Duncan reached on a walk, and now we've got Pfizer at the plate as she fouled the first one off for strike number 1. Pfizer grounded out to first base. Throw over to second to try and check, over to first to check the runner. And Duncan able to get back in time as Hannum dropped the ball. Literally, not figuratively. Pfizer at the plate, 1-1 count. Swing and a miss on the next pitch. 1-2 now this going against the 8th grader. Utzman delivers to home, and it's going to be a strike 3 swinging for Pfizer. She came up empty on a ball in the dirt. Norcross comes to the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. And Utzman will be looking to try and get out of the inning. First pitch, took something off that one, in there for a strike. Norcross down early, 0-1. Utzman on the second pitch. Another changeup, but this one too tall. That'll be ball number 1. This one outside for ball number 2. Norcross trying to keep the inning alive with a runner over at first. And Lena Duncan. This one grounded over to third. Good fire on that throw as Felt able to make the play. And we'll take a quick break before bringing you the bottom of the 5th. Our score 11-2 in favor of Waukee. Addison Evans back out to pitch the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Parker, Wheeler, and Bartholomew coming to the plate for Waukee. Ella Parker 2 for 2 on the day. Has a run, stolen base, and an RBI to her credit as well. Swing and a miss on the first one. Duncan wasn't able to put the squeeze on it. Has struggled a little bit behind the dish defensively here tonight at times. Parker settles in the batter's box, and Evans delivers. This one skied into left field. Squeeze made out there for the first out. That's Theobald out there in left, making the play. They'll bring Heidi Wheeler to the plate. Looking to try and bounce back. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Has yet to record a hit. That one too tall, ball number 1. Bartholomew on deck, and if either of them are able to reach in the hole as well. Ball number 2. She did draw a walk earlier in the game, came up with a pair of steals and scored a run for Wheeler. That one too tall as well, 3-0 count. The last couple innings, Evans has been able to record the first out, but has then given up a couple runs in each inning. As the Warriors have scored at least 3 runs in each of the last 3. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk for Wheeler, her second walk of the evening. In fact, every inning, Evans has been able to pick up the first out of the inning, but has then given up at least 1 run. First pitch is a strike at the knees. Bartholomew taking that one. Bartholomew with some good power in that bat. Could look to clear the fences here. That pitch high. And Wheeler in there with another steal. Led 5A in steals last year and looking to continue to build on her career numbers with 3 of them in this contest. Bartholomew with a runner in scoring position, 1-1 count. Willett on deck, followed by Boyd in the hole. This one's going to be hit into the outfield, and it's going to drop fair, and they're going to send Wheeler. Good throw home, able to get the runner. As Wheeler is thrown out at home plate. Bartholomew in there with the single and then advances on the throw. Able to keep the game alive is Mason City with a good throw from Theobald out in left. This one hit into the outfield as well. Theobald puts the squeeze on it. She recorded all 3 outs that inning, a pair of flyouts and a great throw home to end the inning. First inning of the game that Waukee's not able to put a run up on the board, and that'll do it in the bottom of the 5th as they leave 1 runner at second. You're listening to CISN, and we'll be right back after the short break. Utzman back on the dish to open up the top of the 6th inning. Number 13, Theobald, followed by Miller and Noterman to start this inning. Pitch right at the knees for strike number 1 to open up the inning. Theobald 0 for 2 on the day, struck out swinging her last time up, and makes an 0-2 count as she swings at one in the dirt. Left fielder recorded all 3 outs the last inning and opening up this inning as the leadoff hitter. This one fouled out of play, able to stay alive. Utzman sets, delivers to home. This one's going to be grounded foul. Back-to-back foul balls off the bat. Looking to keep this at bat alive. Swing and a miss, though, as she swings at one over her head. Not the most patient on that at bat. Second strikeout of the game for Utzman as she's faced only 3 batters. Sam Miller at the plate takes strike number 1. As that one was right at the numbers. Good pitch from Utzman. This one bounces, and it'll even up the count, 1-1. Miller looking to get ahead in the count. Takes that one a little too tall for ball number 2. Miller ahead in the count, 2-1, 1 gone in the inning, 11-2 our score in the top of the 6th inning. That one's a strike, evening up 2-2. Infielders in at the corners as Utzman sets and delivers. This one ripped into center field. That'll get past the center fielder, and we're going to see Miller dig for second, and they're actually going to send her to third. Stand up, would have been a stand-up triple, slides at the last second, but no throw. And a big hit there for Sam Miller. First of the game for her. That'll bring up Noterman. 0 for 1 on the day, struck out looking her last time, but does have a walk. Takes first pitch low and outside for ball number 1. Only 1 out in the inning. That's a strike. And the throw gets away over to third, and that'll be an easy run in as Miller scores her first run of the game. Cuts the lead 11-3 now. This one fouled out of play for strike number 2. Looking for the strikeout is Utzman. That one too tall, though. Evens the count 2-2. 1 run in on the inning, only 1 gone. 2-2 count. Utzman delivers to home. This one fouled out of play right into the Mason City dugout. Luckily, no one hurt as it bounces harmlessly off the walls. Noterman showing bunt, pulls it back, and swing and a miss. Her second strikeout of the game. third of the game as well for Utzman on the mound. Lena Duncan will come to the plate now. Got things started in the last inning with a hit and a stolen base, coming around to score eventually as well. Swing and a miss. Big cut at the first pitch. Duncan at the plate, Evans on deck. Ball one on the second pitch as it goes in high. Swing and a miss as Utzman takes something off that pitch. Utzman looking to end the inning with another strikeout as she's ahead 1-2 in the count. Already has a pair of them in the inning. Right at the knee, strikes out the side. That one catches Duncan looking. (11-3) our score as we head into the bottom of the sixth. You're listening to Waukee versus Mason City Softball on Central Iowa Sports Network. Back right after this. Addison Evans back out for the bottom of the sixth inning. It'll be Boyd, Weiss, and Smith to start it off. 2 runs scored by this trio the last time through the order. Boyd swinging at the first pitch, hits it foul. As head coach had to get out of that one as well as it was hit her way. Boyd 2 for 3 on the day. Has an RBI and was pinch ran for last time as Heron came in to score. Ball in the dirt for ball number 1. Boyd, the designated player, hitting in place of the pitcher here today. We saw Ellie Bates get this one started at 6 strikeouts and no hits allowed in the first 4 innings. This one grounded over to third as Norcross able to come up throwing and get the first out. Macy Wise coming to the plate now. Reached on grounded into a fielder's choice and picked up an RBI her last time up. Had a hit earlier in the game and a run scored as well. This one bounces in front of home plate for ball number 1. Evans comes back to the mound, sets and delivers. That one high for ball number 2. Game started with 11 unanswered runs for Waukee, and then 3 of the last 2 innings for Mason City. This one driven high and deep. That's going to be over the fence for a home run. Macy Wise steps into one and cracks the first home run of the season for Waukee. absolutely supercharged that one over the fence as Waukee takes a 12-3 lead now. Ava Smith will come to the plate to follow that one up. She's reached twice, once on an error, once on a fielder's choice. And she scored a run both times as well. What a hit there for Macy Weiss, able to step into one. As there's a meeting of the minds at the mound, waiting to see if there'll be a pitching change for Mason City. 12 runs have come across for the Warriors against Addison Evans. They'll keep Evans in the game for now. Don't know yet who we will see in the second game for both teams. Waukee pulled Ellie Bates after just 4 innings pitched, so we may end up seeing her at some point in the contest. Well, Evans has thrown every pitch so far for Mason City. This one fouled straight back by Smith. 12-3 our score. Waukee has scored in every inning except the bottom of the 5th. Well, that was when Mason City started a little bit of a comeback, plating 2 runs of their own in the top of the 5th and the top of the 6th. That one too tall. Ball number 1. One count. That one too low. Ball number 2. Waukee trying to potentially end this one early if they can get some base runners. This one ripped into the outfield. Center fielder settles underneath it. Good stretch out by number 7, Ricker, able to bring that one in. So 2 down now in the inning. Score 12-3. And that'll bring up Hannum, who is 3 for 3 on the day, with a pair of RBIs and a pair of runs as well. That one in the outside corner for strike number 1. Hannum's been very successful in this game. Good eye on that one as she takes it in the dirt for ball number 1. Evans trying to get out of the inning with just the 1 run allowed. That one too tall. Hannum thought about it, but able to hold back on the swing. This one hits straight up as Miller settles underneath and puts the squeeze on it for the 3rd out. Ends Hannum's perfect day and sends us into the top of the 7th. Barring a big comeback, this would be the top or the last half inning of the ball game before we head into game number 2. We'll take a quick break and be right back here with the potential final half inning. You're listening to CISN. Top of the 7th inning as Utzman back at the mound. We have a couple defensive substitutions as Rossiter, number 22, comes in at 3rd base, as well as Fossil back in at 1st base, replacing Ashley Smith and Hannum respectively. This one grounded over to 3rd. Rossiter on her first opportunity gets the put out. So 5-3 ground out on the first pitch. Ends Evans at bat. That'll bring up Rickers, who made a nice catch in center field in the last half inning. Rickers and Duncan on deck. That one too low, ball number 1. That one inside for ball number 1. If I can see correctly, I believe Sammy Felt is over in the bullpen for Waukee, warming up potentially to start the second game of tonight's contest. 3-0 the count to number 7 Rickers. That ball too low. Emma Rickers is drawing the 4-pitch walk. That'll bring up Lena Duncan. Duncan 0 for 1 on the day, but did reach on a walk her last time up. That one low for ball number 1. Second pitch in there for strike number 1. Emma Rickers at first, Joey Duncan at the plate. Strike 2 is that's a big swing on a ball in the dirt. Throw down to second is an out. That's the second out of the inning, as Rickers is thrown out at second. Talked that the catcher Willett had 12 runners thrown out last year, picks up her first one here tonight. Strike 3, and that'll do it here in the top of the 7th. Waukee wins the first game 12-3. As they're going to take a victory lap around the field. First strikeout of the inning for Utzman ends the contest. She picks up 5 strikeouts in just over 2 innings pitched. We'll take a break, and we will come back with the second game of tonight's doubleheader as Waukee wins this one 12-3, led behind a great pitch game from Ellie Bates. 4 innings, 6 strikeouts, no hits allowed. She picks up the win. And hitting-wise, it was a great game for Hannum. 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored for her. Overall, just a great contest all around for Waukee. So we will take a break and be back with the second half of doubleheader action here coming up.